Hey YouTube, it's Brianna. I just finished my first day of nursing school classes. It was a very stressful day. Not stressful, but like nerve-wracking. Because, well, I woke up this morning super early than what I'm used to because, obviously I've been sleeping all summer. So, I woke up super early this morning and I just felt like I was going to throw up the entire morning. I was so nervous, and I want to say that, today was just a really like backwards day for me. Several things went wrong. Well, they weren't wrong, but they kind of just went against like the flow of things. So I wasn't really okay with it. It like messed me up, you know. This morning, excuse me. This morning I was going to drive to the school from where I'm staying, and then I ended up calling Parking and Transportation, and they were like, no, if you don't have a permit, we'll tow your car. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to catch the bus, and I was so nervous. Like, I thought the bus was not going to get me there early enough, so, but it did. I ended up getting there like 20 minutes early. It was fine. But I must say that the walk from where I'm staying to the bus stop is not easy when you have a 10-pound backpack on your back and you also have like a 10-pound textbook in your hand. So that was that, and then fundamentals started. I was really nervous because I found out last night that I had read the wrong material in my book, so I was not prepared for class. I found out this morning that I also had printed off the wrong PowerPoint for class, so I was also not prepared. But it's the first day, what can I say? All we talked about was vital signs, and that's pretty self-explanatory. It is a lot of information to take in, but I assume that what everyone says is true. Practice makes perfect, and there has to be some kind of room for error here. It's only the first day of class, and I have time to catch up before the second class on Wednesday. So that happened, and then it was like a 3-hour class, so it was really long, and I'm glad we had breaks like every hour, because by the last hour I was just like trying not to fall asleep. I was just tired of sitting there and listening to this guy read a PowerPoint off the screen. So we go to lunch, and I had brought my lunch to heat up in the cafe. Well, I go there, and they took the microwaves, they removed the microwaves from last year. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, I guess I'm just not going to eat lunch today. And I'm fine with that. I had to do what I had to do. Well, this guy was in the cafe. He was in my class. I recognized him, and we started talking. So he was like, oh, why don't I buy you a sandwich and a drink from the cafe store or whatever. And I was completely fine with that. It wasn't like super expensive. It's only like $3. My mom kind of got mad, and she was like, why didn't you charge it to your account? And I was like, well, he was thoughtful, and it was very nice of him. But it's not like I'm super interested in this guy. He's like 30, and I'm like 18, so that's not cool. He's just someone that I recognized from class. It was no big deal. So that went wrong, and then I go to my next class, and nobody is there, because it's like one of those classes that you don't really have to show up for. All of the content is online. There's just a scheduled class time for those people who want to come in and ask questions. So I kind of stayed for that class. Nobody was there. I was like the only person there. But I didn't have any questions, so I just sat there and ate my lunch. Then my day was over, and I get on the Red Line bus from South Campus. And anyone who is in college who has a school bus system, I'm sure you know my pain. Apparently I was supposed to get on the White Line, but I got on the Red Line instead. Because last year, I was almost positive that the Red Line stopped close to where I needed to get off. Not exactly where I need to get off, but close to it. Well, apparently everyone is saying it doesn't, and I didn't know that. So I got on the red line, went all the way around the hill, and finally the bus driver looks at me and he's like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm stopping at this place." And he goes, "Oh, well, we don't go there, so you need to get off and find the white line bus." And I was like, "Oh crap, great." So I had a sweater on. It was about 80 degrees outside. I had a 10-pound backpack on my back and a 10-pound book in my hand. So I had to walk all the way from the bottom of the hill to where I'm staying. And it was like very hard, to say the least. I was so hot and so miserable, like it was just hard. That kind of threw me off a little bit because I was like, I thought I was just going to take the bus to where I stay, but no, I have to walk. So I wasn't really too excited about that. So my first 2 classes I survived today. My first day of nursing school. That's awesome. Thank God. Definitely. I know I was super nervous about it, but I think it's going to go really well. Nursing is, of course, it's a lot of information to remember, but I feel very good about the people in my class and my instructors. So I'm just hoping that the rest of this week goes just as smoothly. For nursing calculations, we have a test pretty much every single week. I don't know when the unit tests are, but I know that the chapter tests are like every single week. So that's crazy, just saying. But I don't think it'll be too hard because that class, it's not very hard. But and then I think I really need to look at my calendar for the other classes because I have no idea when the tests are. So I think I need to go now. I was just informing you guys on my first day of school, but I will upload another video soon for the tour of where I'm staying. Okay. Have a good day. I hope you guys had a good first day of school. Just comment, message me, subscribe, let me know how everything is going. Bye. Okay.